Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Stav and this is She Equips Herself. And as you can see here, I have acquired quite the holster collection over the last 9 or so years. I've been buying holsters for almost an entire decade. And so this isn't even all my holsters here on the floor. Those are just a bunch of the ones that are here in my office because I keep them in my closet. I think I did a video showing you my holster collection during the last 12 Days of Carry series I did, and I also showed you my husband's holster collection because his is a whole other animal. But these are a lot of my holsters, and so over the last 9 years I have learned a bunch when it comes to buying holsters, because especially for us women, if you want a good quality holster, this goes for men and women, they can be pretty pricey. And I've always thought that if you invest hundreds of dollars in a good firearm to keep yourself safe, then investing in a good holster, if you need to drop like 100, sometimes even 150 bucks for a good holster or a good concealed carry bag, whatever you're gonna carry in, then it's worth the investment. If it's gonna get you carrying your gun, then it's worth it. So I wanted to share a few things that I look for in a good holster to help you on your journey looking for your holster. Because when I bought my first holster ever, which was this concealed carry corset by Dean Adams, like I said, it's been about 9 years since I bought this holster. This was my first one. I went online, I Googled, and there weren't a ton of companies making concealed carry things specifically for women back then. Thankfully, over the last decade, the women's concealed carry market has blown up, and so there are so many options for us, so many great solutions, and that's why I like to come on here and share this stuff with you guys. But this was the first one I bought, and so I was Googling concealed carry holsters for women, because when I saw holsters in the stores, they all looked like this, you know, something like this, Kydex. Not really what I'm looking for the way I dress. In fact, I bought this holster for my Ruger LC9S, which was my first concealed carry gun. It's not comfortable. I bought this because I was going to be taking concealed carry classes, and I wasn't sure if the corset was allowed in those classes. So these were basically my first two. Guess which one I've worn more? This one or this one? It's definitely been this one. I don't even wear this anymore. Like, the clip is coming off. I haven't tightened it because I just don't use this. I use this more just to teach you guys what doesn't really work. Like, these are not comfortable. But it's going to depend on you. And so I have a ton of videos on my channel. I have a whole concealed carry for women playlist on this channel. If you're looking for reviews of different holsters, then definitely check that out. But today I'm going to go over some things that I look for when it comes to choosing a good holster, and something that is good quality and something that I can trust. The first thing you want to look for when it comes to a good holster is that it's safe. And I mean 3 things by that. First, that the trigger can't be pressed while it's inside the holster. I'm gonna put on this belly band just to demo this for you guys. These are unfortunately discontinued, and I haven't found something to replace them yet, so bear with me. I'm still looking for a good belly band that compares to the Can-Can. So I'm going to be using the Shield Plus to demonstrate this. It's totally empty. There's no live rounds in this room anywhere near me. So if I put this in this holster just the way this holster is, all there is guarding the trigger is this material here. It's elastic and it's pretty tight, so it's hard to press the trigger, but I'm going to show you it's not impossible. So the gun's in there, and if I try really hard, I think I have to use 2 fingers, I can press the trigger through that material. Not super safe. Thankfully, there are so many solutions now. Where's my solution? Thankfully, there are so many solutions now to problems like this. Like, this DeSantis trigger guard has this sticky stuff on the outside. It opens up, it's stretchy in the middle. So if I take this and put it in that pocket, now my shield has trigger protection, but I can still carry in my belly band. But now I can't pull the trigger because it has that hard material in the way of the trigger. Problem solved. So if I were you and I got a holster where it seems like the trigger can be pressed through the fabric or whatever, I would empty the gun, make sure it's totally empty, super important, no live rounds anywhere near you, and see if you can actually press the trigger through the material, because there are so many solutions out there that if that is possible, you want to be able to remedy that before you actually carry in that holster or get an entirely different holster. When it comes to safety, another factor is making sure that nobody else can get to your gun. And that comes into play with things like off-body carry, like a purse. And if you think that off-body carry is never okay, please go watch this video before you leave me any comments, because I address all of those concerns in that video. But if you've been around here for a while, you probably know my thoughts on it. So if you carry in something like this, a bag, always make sure it's directly on your body, that nobody else can get to it ever. Don't leave it in your car and go pump gas while there's kids in the car, because people do stuff like that, and that's why we make these videos, to educate ourselves and make sure that we don't make those same mistakes, right? But whether it's something like this or like an outside the waistband, holster, I mean, I could never actually carry this here in Massachusetts, but just making sure that nobody else can get to your gun and that you're the only one who can get to it is very important when it comes to safety as well. And another thing when it comes to the trigger, I've seen leather holsters, like people have accidents with leather holsters where the leather actually like bends inward over time and causes the trigger to be pressed when you holster. Just make sure that nothing is able to press the trigger while your gun is being holstered and while it's hanging out in your holster. This corset, for example, when I bought it, came with trigger protection that I installed. So it has a piece of Kydex here that guards the trigger while my gun is sitting in that pocket. It's like a hard piece of Kydex, so nothing can press the trigger through the material. You want something like that, especially if you're using a fabric holster. Okay, next you want to make sure that the gun is accessible. That means that you can get to it really fast. If it's back here and it takes you an hour to draw, no bueno. Let's demo this with the corset first. I've had many years of practice with this, so I'm actually pretty fast, and you can be too. If you guys need a video where I show you like the step-by-steps of how to draw from a corset holster, please let me know below, because I would love to do that for you guys. Obviously, I wouldn't wear it with a blazer on top. I'd have some sort of, hold on. Let's add some real concealment so you guys can see like what this draw would actually look like with clothing that conceals it. I'm gonna use my blue plastic shield replica for this. So it goes in the pocket. You want it accessible, somewhere where you can get to it quick. You want to practice with your holster a lot so that you don't hesitate and you can get to it fast no matter what. Let's try the sticky holster. Sticks in your waistband. Quick, easy to get to, easy to conceal. This passes. You koala bag. Strap goes around your leg, gun goes in the top opening pocket. This is one of my favorite suggestions from moms who don't know how to carry, because you can still carry your baby and have your gun accessible. You can get to it with one hand. I don't need a second hand to draw my gun. I don't have to like move anything out of the way. So that is a fast access option. My point is, people, make sure you can get to your gun fast. You don't want to take an hour to get to your gun if you ever need it. You want it to be quick, like really quick. And if you practice with whatever holster you get over and over and over again, if it's a good holster, it's in a good spot, then you should be really quick with it, just like I am. It just takes practice. Okay, my next tip is that your holster has to be convenient. And for this, I have one bad option. Okay. I've done a video on the Lethal Lace holster. This is it. Look how long it is. It's still going. Still going. You're supposed to be able to wear this like a million different ways, but to be honest, I would never grab this before leaving the house and try to get it on my body. Like, there are so many other solutions that something like this that takes forever to put on, I just probably wouldn't do it. You can like wrap it around your waist, but you'd have to wrap it a million times. Or you can do the same around your leg. It's just not practical, and I don't want to like trash Lethal Lace because I know that some people out there might really like this holster. It's just not convenient for me. It would take me too long to put it on. In my opinion, for like a thigh holster, the sticky holster's thigh holster is just much faster to put on. You just wrap it around my leg and Velcro it. Like, that's a lot faster than something like this. You know what I mean? Okay, my last tip is make sure that the holster is comfortable, because if it's uncomfortable, you're not gonna wanna wear it. And you're probably gonna want to take it off and just leave your gun at home, and you're never gonna carry your gun. For example, I think this is a crossbreed, and I love crossbreed, but this is not a good holster for me. Is this crossbreed? Yeah, this is a crossbreed belly band that has a Kydex holster in it, but it's just very bulky for me. Not comfortable with my body type. I'm petite, I have a shorter upper body. It's just very like, it's very uncomfortable for me, this holster in particular. So, but it's gonna be dependent on your body type. This holster might work great for you, which is why you might have to buy a few and try them and return them if it doesn't work, because everybody's body is so different. So I just wanna encourage you guys to get out there and try a few different holsters based on these tips, these 4 things. Make sure it's safe, make sure you can get to it fast, make sure it's comfortable, and make sure it's convenient, because if it's not convenient, you're not gonna wear it, you're not gonna carry your gun, and God forbid you ever need to defend yourself, your gun's gonna be sitting and it's safe at home, and it does no good there, right? And just one last bonus tip here that I find really helpful in making sure I carry my gun all the time is keeping my holsters near my gun. Because if I'm rushing out the door and I grab my gun, but my holsters are like super far away in the house, I might just leave it and not even bother taking it with me. So try to keep your holsters somewhere near your gun, like especially the ones you carry the most. So if I carry like 3 holsters the most, I will keep those 3 near wherever my gun is so I can grab them both and head out the door. But I just want to encourage you guys to keep yourselves safe. I just don't want you to think that it's intimidating. You don't have to buy a million holsters. You can find one that kind of does it all for you, 2 or 3, and that'll do it. You don't have to like invest in all of this. I just happen to get them for teaching and for YouTube and just to share with you guys. So I hope this was helpful. Let me know if you're holster shopping or if you've tried things that you like and didn't like. I'd love to hear what your experiences are with holster shopping. Please, I'd really appreciate it if you guys hit the notification bell so you see when my new videos pop up, because a lot of people are telling me that they're not notified, which is not shocking based on this platform. And please make sure to subscribe if you enjoy my videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Stay safe. Bye!